on this computer. And then I'm just gonna, oh, helps if I share my screen. God, it doesn't matter how many times I do these presentations, I still get it wrong. Right, so I can see you, Polly. Can you see my screen, lovely lady? Yeah, perfect. Okay, so thank you so much for jumping on this lovely Wednesday evening, where you could probably be sat in a beer garden, where most people are probably sat out at the moment, so including Gemma. So you know, we've created this lovely community on this call. It's every Wednesday night at 8 o'clock, and you can invite literally any woman. It's not that we're men, you know, against men, but obviously with women we tend to always put ourselves last. We always put partners first, or animals first, or children first, and you know, this is all about a community that really sort of focuses on you. So obviously we'd love you to join us as well. And we all met, or most of us on this call met, apart from the new ladies that have jumped on, through this nutrition company called Isogenics. And obviously this call is aimed tonight mainly at sort of mums, grandmas, so people that look after their grandchildren, pregnant women, women that aren't yet pregnant but want to be in the best shape possible and sort of reduce all the inflammation in their system so that they can really sort of increase and boost their fertility. And yeah, so it's amazing for everybody. So just to give you a bit of background about me, obviously I normally look like this, not like this after a 12-hour shift, but just to give you a bit of background of me, I'm a nurse. I've been qualified for, oh my God, like 11 years or something ridiculous. And, you know, I've been in Isogenics 4 years. I was introduced to it in May 2017, so it'll be my 4-year anniversary next month. And yeah, I don't have any children, but I have the absolute pleasure of tonight's call and hosting tonight's call for you guys to listen. So yeah, I got into Isogenics because really I was struggling with my energy, and I was a bit overweight. I was a typical yo-yo dieter, constantly bouncing from one to the next. And I was just exhausted, and I was just sick and tired of being sick and tired. So I jumped on the system, both feet in. And 4 years on, it's now enabled me to sort of not only have the best nutrition on the planet, but also to have a plan A for my income. So new resolutions, we always do these. We do them at New Year, we do them at Lent, we do them all the time. And the most common one is obviously to lose weight. Improve your finances, get a new job, eat healthily, and just manage stress better and things like that. So obviously the biggest one that we hear at the moment, and we still do now, is we're going to start on Monday. we're gonna wait till the weekend, we're gonna enjoy the weekend, and then we're gonna smash Isogenics on Monday. So that's the big one at the moment. And obviously hands up who's never stuck to a New Year resolution or any resolution of any kind, because that'll be me. Yeah, glad I'm not the only one. Thanks, ladies. So our vision within Isogenics is that everyone deserves to experience a healthy, joyful and abundant life. And obviously this really mattered to me, because obviously being a nurse, I really want to make a difference to people's lives. And Isogenics, I really feel that it is a solution that can really help anybody and any body's problems. So whilst we're on this call tonight, we're going to take you through it. It should get you out of here within half an hour. And it's just asking you sort of to think about, are you living your best life? Do you get up on a Monday morning, you spring out of bed, you've got all the energy in the world? Or were you like me and like pressing the snooze button like several thousand times before you literally had to drag your sorry ass out of bed, because otherwise you were going to be really late for work and get told off? So would you like to do any of these following? So eat better, feel better, look better, move better. And I'm not sure what the last one says, because you lovely people are in my way, but I think it says do better. So yeah, and a lot of these a lot of women always put themselves last, which is what, as I say, me and Gemma and a load of the other girls on this call have coached a lot of women over the last few years. And the biggest thing is that they always put themselves, they always put off trying Isogenics because they always put themselves last. I think Gemma had a lady recently who had to get some voice trainers, and that was obviously right up there instead of her health. So it's just so amazing what we do for our families. So this lovely lady, she's an absolute little pocket rocket. I've had the pleasure of knowing Gemma for, well, more like 5 years now. And yeah, it's just been an absolutely amazing journey. She's a mum of 3 boys. She's so much energy. Like, I thought I had energy, and then I'm like, whoa, this girl is another level. She's got her own fitness business. She's a CEO of her own fitness company called Yummy Mummies, which is based in Derbyshire area, but I know she helps people all over. And I know you love the convenience of this system, Gem, but you are the epitome of busy. So can you just share with us why you love the system?
Hi I can only see me and Lara. So yes, we've come for some food, and I'm in a pub garden. We're in a pod. Anyway, so yes, I started this system over 2 years ago now, and basically I originally started because when Lara told me about it previously, I was like really like into my fitness, was instructing, and I thought, oh no, I'm not into faddy diets, and I'm all right with what I'm doing. And I was just the biggest skeptic ever. And then something happened in my life where everything started to go wrong. And I was like, not really eating properly and having to look after my boys and still juggle a job. And I was really struggling with like energy. So I got on board with the products, contacted Lara, and the shakes are so convenient. And we make them into super smoothie bowls. And I would say after 2 weeks, my energy levels had soared. And after a month, I'd lost that mum tums, you know, that stubborn bit of fat that you get, you just can't get rid of. Mostly probably because it's emotional eating. But so for me, the system made me have like a really healthy, holistic base that whatever was going on in my life, I still had my basically food. Lockdown, sorry. Somebody's going into the sin. That was typical. So yes, girls, I'm gonna have to move. So it's been really good for me. And what happened with me is I started then to share, because obviously I was an instructor, with some of my mums, and some of the mums that had really struggled to lose weight. So they were like putting in loads of effort. I don't know if you can relate to this, putting loads of effort in at the gym, but just not getting the results. And it's because you can't basically out train a bad diet. And although they were trying hard and putting all the effort in, they just weren't getting the results. So I'd put one of my lady, Jackie, on the system, and she'd lost a stone in the first month, obviously under my guidance. So for you ladies on the call, if you're feeling at the minute a bit stuck, you've just come out of lockdown, you've got no energy to even go back into the gym, everything's going back to normal, but you feel sluggish, it is really worth a go, because that's where I was basically. And just didn't feel like me, and the system completely made me feel like me. And now I share it with loads of people, and obviously do this basically for a living now. I help people get into the best shape of their life. And I'm going to end it with, so I have got 3 children, and I would say my body is in a better condition, and I feel more healthier now than I have done in my 20s, because I've never took my health so seriously. And I think now it's about preventing anything bad that's going to come rather than curing it when it's sort of happens. So I think for you ladies, definitely look at yourself and your health as an investment and just go for it. So I hope that's all right, Lauren. So we had an interruption.
Oh, no, I love that. And I love that little bird in the background that's like cheering you on. It's like a little robin, blackbird or something. It's cute. So we're just going to take you through the products now. So obviously the products that we're going to talk about tonight is the 3 main pillars to this system, Isogenics. And if you want to find out more specifically about the products, then we have another call on Monday night at 8 o'clock. That you can just sort of reach out to the person who invited you on the call, and they'll give you the Zoom link for that. And it's really, really informative. This is like a whistle-stop tour for everything. So we do 6 out of 7 shake days, or superfood smoothie days, I like to call it, because shakes has got a really bad stigma attached to it over the last few years. So we've got it's great tasting, it's balanced. There's so much goodness, like in terms of macronutrients, micronutrients, and phytonutrients in there. But the really cool thing about this is, yes, it's got 24 grams of protein in, but it's grade 7, which is the highest form of protein you can actually physically buy. And we say that our cows are happy cows because they free roam across the sort of the grass fields, and they're not routinely injected with any hormones or any antibiotic treatment, which is incredible. They've also got 23 vitamins and minerals in. So if you're going to have 2 superfood smoothies a day, you're actually getting 100% of your recommended daily allowance in vitamins and minerals. Like, so for me as a nurse, when I saw that, I was like, whoa, this is insane. Because I don't know about you guys, but vitamins and minerals that are like worth their, sort of their salt, they're actually not, they're very expensive. So yeah, you can get some cheaper ones, but obviously you don't need to with this. So this is available in our dairy base, which is, as I say, made with our milk from happy cows, and also we've got a plant-based. Now the cool thing with our plant-based system, or plant-based range, is that it's the full amino acid profile, as if you were getting the whey shake, which most companies, you'll only have the pea protein or the brown rice protein. You don't have the two. So the two together amalgamated makes the whey protein and the same amino acid profile. So you're getting all the good results. So intermittent fasting, we do this 1 day a week. Now, there are lots of ways to do this. You can do, I'm sure you've heard of window fasting. Intermittent fasting's like been around for years and years and years and years and years. In fact, it's been around with isogenics before it became popular. I think Meghan Markle set it off before she got married. And basically what we do is we do 1 day a week where we do a full intermittent fast, and it nourishes your whole body whilst allowing detoxification to happen. I like to call this like Pac-Man. I've explained this so many times to people on the call, they'll know me, but it's like Pac-Man. It comes along, eats away all the debris, all the toxins, and basically flushes out your system. Now, it's not a poopy cleanse. It's not you spending all the time on the toilet all day, which is a real key thing, because when I heard it, I was like, oh my God, this is not for me, not on a 12-hour shift anyway. I barely have time to get a glass of water, let alone sit on the loo all this time. So it is not anything like that. But the cool thing with cleansing is that this is a supported fast. So it keeps your blood sugar stable. You're still going to have like little snack options throughout the day that keep your blood sugar stable. But what it also does is it really enables cell rejuvenation, and which is really important for anti-aging, but also for your cells. We're under so much toxic stress all the time that we need to be able to help them. And actually, we spoke to a lady the other week. She actually presented on this call. She shared her story. When she got diagnosed with cancer, her GP actually said to her, if you can start intermittent fasting, your body can go into healing mode because it's not having to waste its time and energy processing food. So for her, this was an amazing win-win situation. Now, this original elixir, Ionic Supreme, we often refer to it as mummy juice or Zen juice. I know Gemma's constantly in the fridge when JPAC's playing up. She's like drinking shots of this all the time. And this is basically full of botanicals, full of targeted ingredients that really work on your adrenal glands and basically levels out your cortisol hormone. So if you find that you're wide awake when you're getting into bed at night time because you can't sleep, you can't switch off, this is exactly what you need. Or if you're finding in the morning you're really struggling for some energy, this again is what you need. It is absolutely incredible, and it's one of the products that I can't go without. So these savoury snacks, these whey thins and harvest thins, I don't know about you guys, but I love snacking, especially when it comes to 8 o'clock in the evening. I like to sit down, watch a little crime thriller, and I love to have a savoury snack. So these crisps are amazing because they're full, they're actually really high in protein, really low in calories, and they're just really, really lovely. And you can have these on your cleanse days as well. And then this is my favourite of all products, is the eShot. So when I used to work in a corporate job thing, they used to say, have you had your e-shot today? And I'd be like, no. And they'd be like, for God's sakes, don't have it. You don't need it. You've already got loads of energy. These are like a little pocket rocket of green tea and yerba mate. And it really gives you sustained energy for like 6 hours. You can have these as well. I think Sarah uses these before she does a workout, just to give her that little extra little bump before she does her crazy workout, which she'll share with you shortly. And again, it's full with botanicals and amazing ingredients. So it's like a healthy monster, which actually those are horrendous for you. Don't ever use those. Okay, so I have the absolute pleasure of inviting this lovely lady. I've only known her a few months. She has joined Isogenics. Obviously, she's been for a few months now, and she recently married in October amidst a global pandemic, which I think is pretty cool. And you can always say that. And to her partner, Billy, of 10 years, and they're just like so cute, the lovebirds. I'm going to bring her up now, the picture. And this lady is Sarah Tomlinson. She loves exercise. I don't think I've ever met anyone who loves exercise as much as she does. And she's really selfless. Like, she has an admin role and she works in a hospice. And she obviously has to put patients first and their families first all the time. And yeah, so Sarah, if you just take away and share us your story.
Okay, so thanks, Laura. So yeah, so basically my story, obviously, Laura's given you a brief background, but for me, it was more, I've used obviously protein sort of shakes for a long time, probably about 6 years. And last year, obviously with lockdown, the only thing that I could do was run or do a bit of exercise at home. So I was obviously trying really hard to keep my energy levels up, to train sort of like 5 times a week. But I was getting to the point sort of the end of last year where I was having to have more and more rest days, and I started to get injured. So in January, obviously I'd seen that Helena had been like sort of sharing obviously sort of these smoothie bowls, and I was like, oh, what's this, you know, is it something that, and she's always got loads of energy, obviously I've known her from the gym. So I sort of approached her and said, okay, what are you doing? I really like want to find out more. And she sort of, I obviously went on a call, and for me it was more to do with the energy and performance side. So the weight loss wasn't necessarily the biggest issue for me. Obviously I wanted to tone up, I wanted to train harder, work harder, sleep, and be able to get up in the morning and do it all again. But also I wanted to see if my body could be tested to the limit of, do I need those as many rest days? I know they're important, but I thought, okay, do I need to have just one rest day a week instead of 3 rest days a week? So I've started on the products in February, and it took me a little while to kind of get my body to get used to it. But as soon as I was having things like the pre-workout and the post-workout, I slowly started to realize how if I could train hard when I was training, I was full throughout the day. So when I actually exercised in the evening, I didn't feel like I was running on empty. And then I'd get home and have like my post workout, but the next day I'd wake up and I was like, okay, what's going on? Like I'm not aching, I'm not sort of suffering like I normally would, and it was alien to me because normally I'd be waking up, everything would hurt. And then more recently, obviously the sleep wise, I was struggling to sleep massively, and I didn't know what to do, but we tried everything. And I obviously have the Ionics. I was starting just having it in the evening, obviously when I went to bed, as soon as I went to sleep, have the shot of Ionics, and I slowly started to sleep better. But then I introduced it in the morning, so I'd got the combination of having like feeling really good in the morning or throughout the day, and then sleeping really well at night. And then obviously going back to the gym, obviously we've been sort of training. I've gone from training, like I've trained every single day for the past 2 weeks, and that's unheard of for me. And even now, like I'm still, I can't explain how. I'm thinking, why am I not hurting? Why am I not aching? I can walk, I can sit on the toilet, as you all know, after you've done like your legs, and normally you can't sit down properly. And I'm like, it's just, I absolutely love the system. It's so convenient as well with my job. I literally have my bowl in the morning, I've got a snack in the afternoon, I've got a lunchtime, and I've got such a passion for it now, and I just want to tell everybody about it. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at really. But if you are into exercise, I would definitely say, you know, the it all works together. I've started to see my body change. I'm toning up in areas that I've tried to work at for 6 years, and now it's starting to slowly, okay, I'm looking in the mirror and I'm more happy with myself. I'm not saying I wasn't massively unhappy, but I'm starting to love myself a little bit more, which for me is a big thing, that I feel comfortable in my own skin. But I just think for anybody, you know, if you're anything I've said is sort of like you can relate to, I just think, you know, what have you got to lose? You know, you put yourself first, and then you get the reward, and then you feel good. So
Oh, I love that, Sarah. Thank you so much. And it's definitely true, isn't it? Like, you can't out train a bad diet, like Gemma said earlier. And I think, you know, when you train in really, really hard, and I know, Sarah, you train ridiculously hard, and you're still not seeing those results that you know you should deserve to see, just by adding in like the protein, the grade 7 protein, you're just, and those vitamins and minerals, and the stress tonic that removes all the oxidative stress, and incorporating the cleanse, it's amazing then how your body then actually thanks you for it and starts to behave like it was. So thank you so much, lovely, for sharing that. So as Sarah just mentioned, she was talking mainly around sort of the energy and the performance side, because weight loss for her wasn't her actual force, you know, wasn't her forward sort of thinking for her. But these products actually help with digestion. If you're really struggling to get your vegetable intake in, like your you know, your leafy greens in on a daily basis, you know, you can use it for this to supplement your diet as well. And we've also got, like, as I say, snacks, and obviously, as I say, Sarah was talking about performance there earlier. So why listen to us? You absolutely don't have to. You know, you've only just met me tonight and I'm a crazy nurse, so who knows? But basically, we put ourselves up against a scientific study compared to the heart healthy diet. And I don't know if you guys know it, but it's basically a heart healthy diet is when you go to the GP and you're at death's door. And if you do not do something, you are going to end up in a coffin. Like, it is that serious. And they'll put patients on these heart healthy diets. The problem with these diets is that they're not sustainable. Whereas in isogenics it is, you can incorporate it throughout your day. It's not meant to be a chore, it's meant to be a lifestyle change. And what people have found when they've compared the two is that obviously 2 times more weight loss with isogenics, 78% more fat loss, but 2 times more lean muscle mass retention. And as women, as we get older, it's harder for us to maintain lean muscle. And the more lean muscle we have, obviously it burns more fat. So it's a win-win, right? So these are transformations from our team that most of us are on this call. Some of you guys have only just joined, so we're waiting for the 16-week transformation so we can add you guys on here on our gallery. You don't have to be, of course, but you can have it for yourself. But if you look at, like, say myself at the top left, I didn't do any exercise for 16 weeks. That was just solely changing my diet from using my normal food that I was eating and incorporating the isogenic system. And I think you can all tell that I lost a hell of a lot of weight from around my stomach. And so you're going to love these products, like Sarah was saying. Like, you can't shut up. I used to get verbal vomiting and diarrhea on people, verbal diarrhea on people, about how good these products are. And it's really hard to sort of remind myself now, 4 years on, of how normal people feel, everyday people feel, because obviously we feel so good on the system. So what if you could get paid for something you love? Now, before you think, oh, it's icky, we do it all the time. We do it for hairdressers, we do it for beauticians, we do it for the latest iPhone, we do it for cinema shows, like we do it for restaurants, we do it all the time. And like, I always joke about this, but I seriously mean this. And actually, my friend on the call, Julia, I've referred the guy who fitted my blinds in my house, I'm not joking, tens and tens of thousands of pounds. Julia had him as well. And I got paid nothing. I didn't even get a free blind. Whereas, like, because when you share something you passionately love, and when someone's done such a good job, it's really, really hard not to share it. But obviously you wouldn't like to get some pay for it. So the reality of it is, though, is that most people are still trading their time for money. Like, I know exactly how this feels, because I say I was burnt out, exhausted nurse about 4 years ago. I was doing 50, 60 hours a week. Most of it was enforced overtime because I didn't have staff, or we just needed to get patients in, and it was really, really difficult. So within isogenics, you basically share these products. They have a 30-day money back guarantee. So the only thing you'll pay for is shipping if you don't love the products. And then when you share it with your friends, you can earn a weekly commission. And so most of the girls on this call now are like, we love Mondays. Like, this is the best day of the week, because on a Monday at 6 p.m, you get a little email that drops into your thing saying, you've just been paid. And it's like, oh my God, an extra £200 or an extra £100 or an extra £50 or whatever you want it to be. You know, you can have that amount of money that goes into your account. And what we're really passionate about is, first of all, getting your products paid for, and consistently getting them paid for every month, so that you can eat for free. Because when you eat for free, I mean, we always say this, but it tastes better. So the earning potential with isogenics is huge. Okay, you can see that from on the screen. But basically what it does is it allows you to have the body you want, the money you want, and the time to enjoy both. Because there's no point having all the money in the world working if you've got no time to spend doing what you love, and vice versa. So the perfect meal, we've had a look at this Boots meal deal, and actually I have to say it is a very healthy Boots meal deal, because normally it's full fat Coke, packet of crisps, and a full fat sandwich of some kind of egg mayo or something. And you know, £3.99 for that meal deal versus an isoline smoothie, which, as Sarah said earlier, you can make in a bowl, you can put chia seeds on, you can put granola, you can really jazz it up, whatever you want to do. And it's so cheap at £2.40, and you've got all your vitamins, all your minerals, and you can supplement your diet. So getting started, there's 3 main ways really, and these are the 3 main packs that we often refer to people on. You've got your basic pack, which is what it says, it's basic. You've got your premium pack, and you've got your ultimate pack. Now the ultimate pack is the Mac Daddy pack, and that is if you're going to go all in, money's no object, like you just want to give it a go, like, and try everything. The most common pack that we actually enroll people on is the premium pack, and here's why. You're only going to buy this pack once, and then after you've done that, you get a little app on your phone, and you can buy whatever product products it is that you want to order. It might just be a couple of boxes of shakes, it could be your ionics, it could be whatever it is that you wanted to do. But the premium pack is really efficient because you've got all your snacks in there, and you've got your little energy boosting shots, and you've got your crisps, and obviously you've got your free associate membership fee for the year. So if you did want to enroll someone, it's completely free, so you can open your own business for free. The only overheads you have to pay is the food that you're going to eat. And I have to share this one with you. So this is the benefits of collagen elixir. So we're going to be getting this product hopefully in mid-July. If it gets moved back again, I genuinely think people on this call will have an outcry and have a massive panic attack, because it is incredible. And if I just give you some stats, we were meant to get this in March, but the US, we forecast 12 months worth of stock in the USA, and they outsold all of the bottles in less than 2 weeks, which was 2 million bottles. It's been a phenomenal launch in the US. It's been a phenomenal launch in Australia and New Zealand, and we know it's going to be a phenomenal launch here in the UK and Europe. And the best thing with Isagenix is you can build this from anywhere. You can build it from literally from Wi-Fi and a phone. You can sit in a beach in Bali, and you could be sharing with people all around the world and just sharing what you love. And again, the collagen elixir, I mean, look at the results on the screen. Like, I don't even need to tell you any more about it. It looks amazing. And all you do is have one shot of this every single day. So now we'd like you to get back in touch with the person who invited you onto this call. They obviously care a lot about you to bring you onto this call in the first place. And yeah, I'm so grateful for you jumping on tonight. I'm just going to stop sharing my screen so I can see you lovely faces. And yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it. I know it's a whistle stop tour. If you do want to find more about the business, the financial opportunity, tomorrow we have a call at 8 o'clock. And as I said, Monday night is the call for the products in more detail. But yeah, get back in touch with the person who invited you on. They, as I say, they care a lot about you, and hopefully you'll join us and we can show you, and you can share your story, and if you want to, like Sarah and Gemma and me when I do, and the girls on the call. And just thank you so much for taking your time out. I think I did it in 29 minutes. We're getting better.